Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here, wrapping up December 11th, Monday. It is the wee hours of Tuesday morning and I am done. As you guys probably know, I started early today because my week is a little bit weird this week with what's going on with my daughter's dance performance this weekend. And I wanted to get a long day in because I knew Mondays are typically slow. It worked out in my favor. I mean, the hours were brutal. It was way longer than I really wanted to be on the road, but the rules of attrition applied, and it's just you grind and grind and grind and you make the money you need to make. So I am wrapping up. I'm at about 175. I probably could squeeze an extra couple bucks out, but there's no surge, there's no boost, there's really nothing going on. And my last couple trips have been really long distance. I've had to drive 10, 12, 15 minutes to pick somebody up. So at this point, I'm getting to the point where I'm not even breaking even. So I'm gonna call it. And I'm okay with the number for a Monday, I really am. As you guys that have been following me for a while know, I used to take Mondays off almost religiously because it was always the slowest day for me. I just struggled to get off the ground on Mondays. And even today, starting at like 10:30, 11 a.m., look at the number that I was able to, I mean, that's a lot of hours. That's almost, 16 hours, something crazy like that, 14 hours to get 170 bucks. It's really, really horrible math. So, long day, just grinding basically on, average to below average fare trips. I did see my first long pickup fee tonight. 13 minutes to the customer's house to pick her up, and it charged about $2 or $3, $2.30, I think it was $2.40, something like that, as a long pickup fee. I didn't really look at the other ones. I just checked that one because I assumed there was going to be one on there, and I actually wanted to see if the person tipped me, which she didn't, of course. Baltimore people just don't like to tip. I don't know what that is. DC people tip pretty regularly, but Baltimore people, it's like pulling teeth. And a lot of times they lie to you and tell you they're going to tip and then they don't. And that frustrates the hell out of me. I don't like liars. So, other than that though, guys, I feel like it was a good night. Was it long? Yes. Was it, mentally grueling? Not really. I did a couple airport trips. I kind of fell into the trap of the airport earlier in the afternoon, like around noon, 1 o'clock, and then again at like 3 o'clock because there was nothing going on, no surge, no boost. I didn't want to drive through Baltimore. I was kind of south of the city, and I figured at 3:30 if I drive through Baltimore, I'm going to get stuck in rush hour and fight that monster. So I sat at the airport for an hour, and I got basically 2 trips out of the airport for like $30, $25. So not a great, not worth my time. Let's put it that way. Again, my instincts are always right. I don't always listen to them. Don't go to the airport. Just not profitable. It's just not profitable. And there weren't a lot of people there today, so I think other people are beginning to realize that. Just not profitable. So, that's that. A lot of people are winding down, I think, because the holidays are getting closer and I think money's getting tighter. I think that's going to be the trend. Although I will tell you this, I did a lot of runs in and around Towson, and I think I picked up 4 people from the Towson Mall tonight and then a couple more from restaurants. So, even on a Monday, you still got people moving around at the malls, which is a good sign. Now, a couple of them were employees, a couple of them were customers. So, it is what it is. But I do think as it gets closer to the holidays, it's going to be really iffy. You're either going to have really, really busy nights if the weather's mild, or if it's like tonight where it's kind of bitter and cold and damp, you're going to have really, really slow nights. I felt like tonight was slow. If if I'd started at 4 o'clock like I normally do on a weeknight, 3, 4 o'clock, I would not have the money I have. I would probably be below $150, like somewhere in the 120 range. So and that's what I expected out of a Monday, honestly. 200 was my stretch goal. If the city was still active or Towson was active, I'd stay out a little bit longer, but it's 12:40. I've got to be up in the morning, and that means I got to get some rest. And my goal is to get up in the morning, run a couple errands that I have to take care of, and then again try and get on the road around at least 10:30, 11ish if possible. So if I can just play attrition and just grind for the next 4 or 5 days, then I'll get the numbers I need to get so that I don't have to panic on Saturday and Sunday when I'm really supposed to be enjoying my daughter's performances. So we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed, and that's all you can really do. But I do want to mention one last thing. There's some folks that I follow on Facebook, and one of them, wrote a really interesting Facebook post today, and she put a post up the other day, kind of like recapping her week from last week, and said that she did $2,100. And a lot of people kind of challenged her and said BS, and we're kind of aggressive about it. And she basically wrote a wall post today, kind of breaking it down, saying I got $300 in Lyft power bonus, I got whatever it was, $180 in Uber bonus, I got this much money with Uber, I got this much money with Lyft. She said she worked 6 days, basically like 16 hours a day. I don't remember how many trips. I think she said it was like 195 trips or 200 trips. But she broke the math down, and it was very logical math. It was not, it was very believable. The math makes sense. The amount of hours makes sense. And she said, I'm single. I don't have kids. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a daytime job, so I can just grind, and I'm trying to pay off some debt. So I'm more than willing to go out and work, these crazy 16, 17-hour days to get what I need to get done. And the math is there. Is that the lifestyle for everybody? No. Can I do that? Probably not. I mean, I don't get power bonus with Lyft, so I figured out why. I think I have to switch my Lyft account to DC also. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I gotta, because if the Lyft power bonus only applies in DC, then it's probably not going to be worth it, because I'm going to be focusing on my Uber bonus. Unless the Lyft bonus is better. I don't know. I'm going to talk to somebody at Lyft maybe next week and figure that out. But I don't know. If Lyft's power bonus works statewide, then it'd be great, because on the nights when I stay local, I could focus on Lyft and make some bonus money there. But if I have to drive in DC, I don't want to do that. I don't want to drive in DC 7 days a week. So that's that. But it's interesting because, like I said the other night, people are doing a lot of different things. I'm not the top. I'm not the top dog. I'm not. I'm making $1,000, $1,100 a week. I'm okay with that number. Would I like more? Sure. At this moment, I'm not at a level where I think I can grow that much further until I really advance either in skill, technique, or strategy. And I'm working on it. You guys see that I practice and I get better, and I'm always rethinking things. But these people are putting in a lot longer hours than I am, and that's part of it, is the grind. And their strategy's a little better than mine. I mean, obviously, if they've got Lyft power bonuses that I don't have, I'm just trying to maximize my Uber bonus, but I'm not driving morning rush hour. I'm not driving airport runs. I'm only working within the limitations that I've got. So it's tricky. But I'm so proud of that person for the post that she wrote, because I think it's important, because Facebook and really the internet in general tends to be about negative, mistrust, people wanting to claim that everything is fake news. And I'm skeptical a lot of times myself. I'm not going to lie. I'm very skeptical when I see numbers like that. I wasn't one of the ones challenging her. I actually just said great job when she posted her thing the other day, but there's a lot of people posting stuff. And some of them are photoshopped. Some of them are really people like her that just, she's basically just grinding and wearing herself down. And a lot of people said, like, hey, you know, I could do the same, but I just, you know, my body's not able to. You know, some of us have families, some of us have other jobs. Some of us just can't work that many hours consistently like that without, you know, putting yourself in the grave. So that's, you know, that's that. But I want you guys to think about your own goals. I don't want you to measure yourself against me. I don't want you to measure yourself against anybody else. I want you to measure yourself against what goals you need to be successful financially. Now, if that means you're single, you got no kids, and you just want to just run yourself ragged and just make a crap ton of money for as long as you can to pay off some debt or to save up for something, then go for it. If you've got obligations, whether it be family, kids, another job, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, then you're probably going to temper it a little bit more because you don't want to, you know, neglect those other things in your life. And I think that's where everybody just comes into play. If you know what your budget is, and you know how much you're willing to work, and then you play the math, you could get a starting number. You know, like my starting number was 1,000. Now I've pushed myself to make it 1,150. You know, like I told you the other day, I'm going to push myself again come the spring and try and raise my bar a little bit even more. But you know, that's internal goals. They're not goals based on some other driver or some website or some YouTube channel. They're just goals based on what I want to accomplish and what I think I'm capable of. And I want you guys to set your own goals. And a lot of you guys do. A lot of you guys are really good at the math piece, and you've really thought it through, and you really have, you know what your limitations are. And I'm so glad, because that's an important step. But you know, that's the trick to it, is just know what you want to get out of it before you start. And if you know what you're looking for and what you're shooting for, then it's going to happen. It's going to happen because you're going to work towards it. So I'm done preaching for the night, guys. I am tired. My body's hurting. I need to get out of this driver's seat for a little bit and stretch my back out. So I will be on the road tomorrow. I don't know when. I've got errands I've got to take care of in the morning before I get on the road. And I can't really get on the road until they're done. So hopefully I'll be on the road by 11-ish, but I just can't promise anything. So wish me luck, guys, and I will see you out there. Bye.